All right, welcome back. How many of you know who Meagan Good is? Anybody know who Meagan Good is? Meagan Good was a first lady, something like that. She was a first lady to what's his name? Franklin, Kevin Franklin, something like that, right? And this young lady right here, she's not exactly young. She should be about 40. She's 42. Jesus Christ. Damn. I was thinking more like 35, but she's 42. Oh my God. Yep. Meagan Good. So anybody know who Meagan Good is? You guys know who Meagan Good is? Meagan Good was recently divorced after a 9-year span inside of a marriage with Devon Franklin. Devon Franklin. Not Kevon. I said Kevon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so she was married from 2012 to 2022. They were almost 10 years inside of that marriage. That's interesting. Wow. Crazy. Yes, I do think that Meagan Good is fine as hell. Not fine though, fine as hell. Okay. But well, she's just like everybody else, I guess. She's like everybody else. 2022, I guess 2022, I guess she can move on now. I guess she's just trying to move on, right? But moving on, there's moving on, and there's moving on in a way that it seems like you haven't learned anything. Almost seems like she has not learned anything at all. But again, I don't know what's going on in her personal life. I'm just looking at the surface, okay? But there's this news, Jonathan Majors. Who is Jonathan Major? Who is this guy? Why does he have a case in court? Some kind of DV, domestic violence case in court. I wonder what it's about. Okay, Jonathan Major, the only thing I remember about him is he had a picture that he took with Michael B. Jordan where he was holding, and I was like, what's going on here? Like, I just know I saw that in past. I'm like, okay, whatever is going on here, I'm not interested. You know, but it looks like he's an actor, okay, and he has a case against him, and some kind of DV case. All right, so you know, anybody can catch a DV case. You just have to not know when to stop an argument. If you don't know when to stop an argument, you can end up in a DV case easily. If you don't know when, if you're a man and you're arguing with woman and you call it a debate, yeah, you too, you go collect. It's only a matter of time. That's Jonathan Major right there, okay? But this is easier on the eyes. I'll keep it right here. This is Meagan Good. Apparently they're dating now, I guess. Okay, they're dating now. So she is a yes, I know Meagan Good. She's an actress, beautiful lady. I saw them as two good people that were unequally yoked. Which two? Devon and Meagan, or Jonathan and Meagan? Which one are you talking about? All right. So she's engaged now. They're engaged. Oh wow, interesting. I know there was some kind of rumor that she's gotten on with somebody else. I didn't realize it's this guy. Oh Lord, I didn't know about that. A little bromance, maybe. Yeah. I was like, what's going on here? Like, whatever. True, and the amount of scrutiny she received from church folks also did not help. Yeah, because she married a pastor and decided to dress anyhow. Like, yeah, church people are not your mates now. Of course, they would drag. Church people drag people worse. You know that, right? I don't know if you know. Church people are the worst when it comes to dragging people. And they do it very subtly. Yeah, you like, they still drag Franklin up to today. Anybody that's, they drag everybody. So, how bossy, how much more a Meagan Good who would choose to just dress in certain ways, So yes, so these two are apparently together, and he has a case in court, and I'm gonna go into these people's magazines and see if I can find some information there, so it can bring us up to speed about what this is about. All right, I'll say this one look unequally yoked too, but what do I know? Yeah, what do I know, right? What's going on, Modele? Okay, Lee, what's going on? Welcome. Anyway, so let's talk about this. So on people in People's Magazine, it says Jonathan Majors holds hands with Meagan Good as he arrives in court for trial over alleged assault. Who is claiming that it's an assault? Is this ex-girlfriend of some sort? Is that what this is? You know, what is this? Some kind of Bonnie and Clyde picture or something? What is this? Can somebody tell me what this is about? Anyway, Jonathan Majors entered the New York City courthouse Wednesday, that's today, with his girlfriend Meagan Good to stand trial in his criminal case involving assault charges. The Loki, is that Loki? Is that a movie? A Loki actor, 34 years old. He's 34. He's 34 years old. Meagan is 42. 8 years apart. Well, that's not new. You know, we've been seeing that in Hollywood. They're both adults, I guess. Who cares? As long as it's love, right? Who cares about a lasting relationship as long as we're in love right now, right? As he appeared at New York criminal court for the first day of his trial in the Manhattan District Attorney's criminal case against him. Now, and Meagan Good is probably like, well, I dated a church boy pastor who knew everything about relationship. Remember, they actually wrote a book about waiting. What is waiting? Waiting for marriage. They wrote a book about the wait, something about the wait. They wrote a whole book. Everybody was celebrating celibacy and, you know, remain a virgin until marriage and all this kind of stuff. And but shout out to Devon Franklin. He gave a very, very good answer when they asked him at the Breakfast Club after the breakup. Okay, he was the one who filed for divorce. It looked like it was amicable decision between the two. He chopped breakfast. Let's just be honest. Okay, he chopped premium breakfast. Okay, it was kind of like a silent, you know, those silent killer type of premium breakfast, right? You remember that picture of him when there's a picture on the internet of Devon Franklin. Let me see if I can find it of him, and of course the manosphere dragged that. Oh my God, like this man right here, these people right here, they dragged him for that. Let me see. Oh yeah, this picture right here. This was the picture that Devon Franklin put out there after the breakup. Check this out. With tears in his eyes. Breakfast is the bastard. Breakfast will do you something, will do numbers on you. Anyway, let me continue here. So on Wednesday they were in court and hand in hand, you know, blah blah blah, you know. Bonnie and Clyde. This is the new boyfriend now, or fiance as they call it, I guess. And Majors held hands with his girlfriend Meagan Good as they stepped out of a vehicle with the actor's attorney Wednesday morning. He was wearing a long coat, a suit and tie, and black sunglasses as he entered the courthouse with Good, who is 42 years of age, whom Majors has been dating since May. So, okay, they've been dating since May. All right. And let me see. Major's trial comes 8 months after he was charged in connection with an alleged domestic dispute with Grace Jabari, with a woman. If somebody has a case, now that's ideally, okay, that's if you're thinking straight, okay, that's if you're able to think straight at all, right? If you are able to think straight at all, right? Why would you want to date somebody that has active case in court for domestic violence? Do you think you are going to be? You think you are different? You think you are special? Anybody saw the video that I dropped earlier on today on TikTok? All right. Anybody saw that video that I dropped earlier on today on TikTok? Anybody saw that? Let me see if I can find it here. This video right here. Let me see here. This video. Let me share it with you. Watch this. Did you guys see this one right here? You're not special. You're not that special. You will collect. That was all it is, right? That was all it is, right? Anyway, if you're not on TikTok, you're at least on Instagram. You're at least on YouTube. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. But yeah, why would you want, like, how does that work? You leave this type of relationship, right? Whatever happened here that's making this man looking like this on the internet, it was not pleasant. It was not a pleasant breakup. And you jump from fry pan into fire. I don't know much, yo. I'm just talking about what it looks like. You know, it doesn't look good. Now, this man has an active case in court. And you're 42 years of age. You see, this is where I question age sometimes, you know. But, you know, when you chop premium breakfast or you've been through something, you feel like, well, I did all the right thing. I dated a church boy pastor. He was manipulative. He was controlling, whatever it was that made you say, this is not it for me. Or it's too stiff. Or, you know what? It's boring. All these church people dragging me is enough, okay? I don't want to be a pastor's wife anymore. And you jump from that into, what is this? Is this like some kind of is this like a bad boy representative of some sort? What is Jonathan here? I'm just asking, okay? So now Grace Jabari, there's some alleged domestic dispute with Grace Jabari, some actor. The actor was arrested on March 25. And then you started dating him in May. She's going to save him. And the following day, charged with three counts of assault in the 3rd degree, aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the 3rd degree, and harassment in the 2nd degree, as shown in people obtained documents from the district attorney's office. But I bet how fun, how you did? Part of my thank you, Jerry Modele. I hope it's not an ex, so she should better run off. It's an ex. Well, I don't know yet. I'm reading it with you guys. Bonnie Clyde, 9 years senior. He has game. When you have game, you can get away with that, you know. And all the holier than thou ones will continue to chop, collect breakfast left and right. People like Tyrese. no, sorry, Tyrese. But let's continue. But Ben, how fun are you there? As she said, God told her he was her husband. Oh yeah, you're talking about Devon Franklin. Yes, I think so. I think she said that back then. Yeah, they both like, oh, it was just God. It was just God. Right? No way. He's that young? Is this guy in the Creed? Maybe, I don't know. I don't watch Creed. I know it's a popular show. She's about to get the Jada treatment. People will accuse her of preferring a bad guy like Tupac over a good guy like the Will Devon types. I think she does. Newsflash, I think most women do. Okay? They will never admit it. Don't try to argue with me in the chat right now, okay? All right. Very quiet breakfast. That guy is traumatized. Yeah. D-Law says, I'm sorry, MOP. Anytime I see a man cry like this, I laugh because it just seems so fake. Right? A man is crying out of the sweetness of his heart. He's a good man. He chopped premium breakfast. And look at what you're saying, D-Law. That's not nice. You call him fake. That's not nice. Not nice. She look into this with magnifying glass. So yeah, like this. Right? I don't know. Maybe she sees something that the rest of us can't see. Or maybe the other way around. You know, when you're in love, it's probably the other way around. But you're in love. I think being in love is a good part of it. Right? You have to be in love, you know. But it's just not enough, right? You all should stop dragging our fine Auntie Meagan. Marriott, welcome. Those fillers must be affecting her judgment. Oh yeah, she has fillers in, right? Is that what you're saying? Let me take a closer look. Let's see. Are you saying she has fillers? She's 42. Why do you think she has fillers? Well, the thing on her eyebrow, that thing look like a tattoo. Either way, it doesn't matter. But let's listen. This looks like a bad boy. All right. This looks like them type. Tupac type. Oh my God. If you're married to a pastor, you can dress fine as hell and be conservatively sexy where eyeballs are raised, not when. Yeah, she definitely she shouldn't have been in that world. But that's not her fault. Devon should not have. I don't know what Devon was thinking about. I don't know. What was she thinking? What was he thinking about? Right? Like I like who doesn't like fine girl too, right? I like fine girls too. Like she's fine, right? This chick is fine. Let's not get it twisted, right? But taking her home to mama, you better know what you're doing. You just better know what you're doing. That's all. Okay. One boob is hanging here and there, and you be pastor's wife. You'll be dragged to filth. Yes, sir. Church people will drag you innocently. You can't just be in love with anything. Not to say we don't. If you say so, not to. Okay. All right. Yeah. Anyway. Devon is doing fine now. I hope that he knows what he's doing these days. It's not enough to be walking a straight line. He's a guy who walks a straight line. That's never enough. That's like Tyrese. That's never enough. You need game. Okay? But I'm sure he's acquired experience will teach you game too, Well, someone like him. Not everyone does. Many people don't learn from experience. Some people just go madder after experience, But let me finish this article, Jerry. I'm having a good time here with this story. 3 counts of attempted assault in the 3rd degree, harassment in the 2nd degree, as shown in people obtained documents from the DA's office. Last month, Jabari was also arrested. Jabari is a mad person too. Maybe. On charges of assault. That's the Grace Jabari was assaulted last month on charges of assault as well as criminal mischief, though she will not be prosecuted. These people, these ninjas, in the months following the March incident, Majors has been dropped from various projects. Yes, if you enter the wrong type of relationship or you move mad, you will lose money. That's just the way it works. Nobody wants to associate with DV, okay? As a result of his arrest, additionally, the public relations company representing him parted ways. The PR company parted ways with the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania actor. That's a movie. I haven't seen movies in a long time. I should... God help me. Just pray for me so I can rest small and watch some movies. In a statement obtained by people following his hearing in May, Major's attorney Priya Chaudhry said that her team has provided the DA's office with irrefutable evidence that the alleged victim in the March incident that led to his arrest is lying about the facts of the case, calling the assault case a witch hunt against her client. Major's lawyer continued to maintain his innocence later that month, disclosing alleged text messages that they claimed showed the then unidentified woman, now identified as Jabari, disavowed any allegations against the Marvel actor. While the text showed the man saying this was not an attack and denied that Majors strangled her in part, documents obtained by people showed the woman told police that Majors allegedly struck her about the face with an open hand, like Will Smith and Chris Rock, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind her ears, as well as allegedly grabbed her hand and neck, causing bruising and substantial pain. If all you're doing is how do you say that? If you're trying to restrain her, if she's going crazy, you might end up in jail. And if what you did is actually struck her, obviously, you end up in jail, right? What's the point in what I just said? Gentlemen, I keep telling you, no, I'm not going to hear your story. None of these ladies are going to hear your story if you come back and tell us and you try to shalaye with no evidence. If you find that argument is already going in a certain direction, you back off. You grab your keys. You leave. You don't stay and there. Oh yeah, she's just she's just the way she reacts from where their family. No, she needs to go to jail if she's acting mad. Okay, and if you're the one that acted mad, you definitely deserve to be in that jail. Okay, because no one should raise their hands against anybody. No one should be waving their hands. Somebody said, "What is waving their hands? Why are you waving your hands? Why you are telling people waving hands that you are mad?" Okay, waving hands. Most people know what that is. Once your gesture start to make the other person feel, okay, your physical gesture start to make the other person feel unsafe, then you might just collect. You might not even know you've been doing it. Okay. The point here is this, gentlemen, you don't argue with a woman. You just don't. It's just stupid. Okay. Oh, it doesn't result in any good result. It doesn't generate any good result. Okay. You can't gain anything from that. Okay. It's just a rule of thumb across the board. Don't argue with your woman. Okay, you can have a conversation, you can have disagreements, okay, and learn how to actively listen. Learn how to say, okay, let's pick up the conversation another day, another time. Learn how to do that, right? But once we can label it as argument, and this is your woman you are in a romantic relationship with, yes, you're probably going to end up collecting. Okay, all right. You will end up in a court having to explain yourself. If you don't have evidence,
you go explain because no,
you go explain tired, you know. So let's be guided on that. Let me see here. So at the time, Carol Wick, CEO of Charity Incorporated, who is on the UN Women Violence Against Women expert roster, spoke to people about what the text messages might convey, saying, in part, at the end of the day, the message we all should be saying very clearly is it's never okay to have violence in your relationship. Exactly. And understanding that the violence is only a portion of what goes on. All right. So they were together. Apparently, they were together. And this was them. There you have it. That's the white girl from before. And now, today, Meagan Good is going to save him. Right? How many people believe Meagan Good is going to save him? So even if he wasn't the one who was the culprit in the violence, right? Is that wise to not allow this man to have some, like, let him go and play around first? Must you be in a relationship with this person engaged right now? You can't take 1 year. You're 42, he's 34. He's probably just in love with a seasoned Bekus. He probably doesn't know what he's doing, right? Well, not just him, but clearly her too, right? The day after Majors was dropped from a handful of projects, Variety reported that multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors have come forward. Wait, let me repeat that. The day after Majors was dropped from a handful of projects, Variety reported that multiple alleged abuse victims of Majors have come forward following his March arrest and are cooperating with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. You see why all the projects are dropping him? It doesn't look good. We don't know what he did, but it doesn't look good. Following Variety, listen, you might even say it's women. These women, they get you like, what kind of women are you dating? Right? They can't control themselves. What about you? Following Variety's report of more alleged abuse victims coming forward, Major's lawyers sent evidence to a New York court that reportedly showed the woman he alleged assaulted uninjured and socializing in the hours after the incident that led to the actor's arrest. In a letter obtained by people that Chaudhry sent to New York County Criminal Court, the lawyer wrote that Major's team is hopeful that the district attorney's office will move quickly to dismiss this case. And detailed evidence, she wrote, was presented to Assistant DA Kelly Galloway's office on April 11. Following his June 20 appearance at Manhattan Criminal Court, Majors met with law enforcement and filed a domestic violence incident report at a precinct in Manhattan's Chinatown neighborhood, near where the incident that led to his March 25 arrest happened. Insider reported at the time. In the complaint, the actor claimed the drunk and hysterical woman caused him pain and bleeding after the alleged assault. According to Insider, which obtained a copy of the report and a sworn affidavit, Majors also alleged in the report that the woman had attacked him in previous incidents, though he said he did not file reports in the past. Usually they don't file reports if it's the woman that's committing this. Okay. We don't know what happened. We'll find out. Thank God there's a case going on right now. If I see it again, I'll cover it, right? On October 25, Majors appeared virtually in the New York City courtroom where Judge Michael Gaffey denied a request for the dismissal. You know why? Dismissal as how? Yeah, I think these people, they will never learn. They will never, ever learn. Meagan, good. At least you have given this guy some room to figure things out first before you try to date him. You know, at least in a committed way. You know, but who am I? People have their own. I haven't really paid attention to this guy before. I don't know what his demeanor is. I have no idea. Even if I did, I can't judge. We're just gonna have to wait for the case to play out. That's what we're going to have to do. But yeah, shout out to Devon Franklin. Hopefully he's learned what he needs to learn at this point in time, you know. But yeah, today is Bonnie and Clyde. This is what we're dealing with today. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie, 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 Bonnie. Right. Yeah, people don't learn. Unfortunately. Let's see. Let's say the truth and shame the devil. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? Yes, she's so fine. Uncle Ola went to look for fillers. Wait, yeah, I went to look. It will not be small something. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's see. She will probably catch some hands too. Yeah, especially if you didn't give the person room to heal, to seek help. Yes, it doesn't matter if you're the victim of DV. You still need to seek help. Either you're the victim or you are the... What's the opposite of victim? The person, the perpetrator, right? So while projects are dropping him, Meagan is picking him up, right? She's wiser than the rest of us. She's the one in love, so she probably knows better than we know. She's trying to be a supportive girl. Maybe he's changed. It's a changed man. They started dating in May. It happened in March. Okay. Maybe it's a good guy like Tyrese. Mm-hmm. And you know what happened to good guys in these streets, right? Where they don't seek the help they need to acquire the skills that they need. You know what happened, right? Sorry. Yeah. What do you think? What's your prediction about this? What do you think this is going to lead to? Okay. What do you think this is going to lead to? Okay. Let's move on with this today's show, Jerry. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.